Two teams, two cities, one championship. It all comes down to...
Wes, come on, we've got a show to do. Wall to Wall starts now. Welcome into Wall to Wall. I'm Meredith Gorman.
And I'm Wes Hall. And Meredith, it's finally here. After three great months of some really good football, Arena Bowl 32 is finally upon us.
But first, let's take a look at how the teams got there. First of all, Albany will be the host this weekend after their huge win over the Baltimore Brigade. They beat them in their two-game series 123-47, and the best player, a defensive guy in Terrence Moore.
All right, Coach Keefe says the best defense is a good offense, but guess what? That defense is something you got to pay attention to. They had 2 touchdowns on defense and a special teams touchdown. They put up 49 points in the first half. That happens to tie an AFL playoff record. Good job, Empire.
Now transitioning over to Philadelphia, who will be heading to Albany this weekend. They defeated the Washington Valor in their home-and-home playoff series by a combined score of 117-74. And their best player last game, an offensive player in wide receiver Darius Prince.
Part of the Darius brothers. Now, Darius Reynolds took over that first matchup against the Washington Valor. But Darius Prince definitely showed why he should have been in the conversation for receiver of the year. He had 6 receptions, 93 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
And you can't forget, Philadelphia brings a lot of experience to the table. They are no strangers to playing in the Arena Bowl. Next up, we are going to do a fun little segment called Point Counterpoint with a Twist in honor of Arena Bowl 32. Wes and I have 32 seconds to explain why we picked a certain team to win the Arena Bowl this Sunday. I've got the Albany Empire for this one, and here's why. Albany averaged over 51 points per game during the regular season, but over their last 3 games, they're averaging an absurd 65 points per game. First-team All-Arena wide receiver Malachi Jones has put up some big numbers against the Soul this season. Over 20 catches, nearly 400 yards, and 6 touchdowns. And lastly, the Empire's home field advantage is real. They're 6-1 at home this season, and you know those fans will be ready for the first championship game played in Albany in 20 years. Wes, how could you not take Albany with this one?
Now, yes, Albany does have the best record this season. However, Philadelphia has championship pedigree. Remember, this is their 3rd Arena Bowl appearance in the last 4 years. Now, when it comes to head-to-head matchups, Philly's 1-2 against the Empire. However, that last loss was a little lopsided, and the backup quarterback was in, so we'll just wipe that off the slate. Now, I know that Tommy Grady is a league MVP candidate. However, Dan Rodabaugh threw for the same amount of passing touchdowns in their head-to-head matchups. The number is 16, just so you know. And he's got Darius Prince. I'm taking the Philadelphia Soul. Now, as we've mentioned, Malachi Jones is one of the best players and talents in this league. He's got NFL pedigree in his family. He's got great optimism, and his talent has separated him from the rest. Check out Malachi Jones break down his story on this week's postseason profile.
Malachi Jones is a threat to score on every possession.
Jones has speed, and he's such a threat that DB's got to respect it.
Malachi Jones, touchdown, Albany.
He's your go-to guy, the receiver of the year last year.
Last year's rookie of the year.
Malachi Jones.
Grew up in a family of 6. You know, I loved every second of it. It was like organized chaos, you know, just because everybody had their own deal. Everybody was playing sports. My older brother, TJ Jones, just finished his 5th season with the Detroit Lions. Jahmai Jones, my youngest brother, was a 2nd-round draft pick for the Los Angeles Angels organization. And then my youngest sister, Jayla, former junior Olympian equestrian horse rider. My sister, Daisha, all-state softball pitcher. You know, my dad, he was drafted by the Steelers in the '91 draft and went to play a few seasons with the Steelers and the Lions. You know, a lot of people say, like, hey, like, you guys must have been throwing the ball in the backyard for 100 hours a week, you know, and all this. And that wasn't even the thing. You know, my parents did a great job with just letting us be kids and let us gravitate towards whatever it may be. 2016, signed a free agent deal with the Atlanta Falcons, and unfortunately was released. The High Country Grizzlies came about. That tape led to Albany. You know, I get a call saying, hey, the Chicago Bears want to bring you in. The AAF did a great job, and you hate to see it go in the fashion that it did, but at the end of the day, that's how life is sometimes. And, you know, opportunity to come back here was the next thing up.
What a throw by Grady, and an equally excellent catch by Jones.
Tommy Grady was like one of the first guys to reach out and say, hey, you know, you got a home here in Albany and I'd love to have you. So, I mean, it was an easy decision to come back. I just want to just take this time now while I'm young to take full advantage of every opportunity that's given to me. I just know that I'm going to be the best player and the best person I can be for the people around me and myself and my family. You know, it's something that I can be good with when I look back on my football journey and just having the opportunity to play this game, get paid to play this game. You know, it doesn't even feel like work. It's really something I love doing. It just makes it so much fun. And, you know, there's really nothing else I would rather be doing right now with my life.
It's now time to bet on us, and Wes and I are going to go through a couple of our DraftKings picks for our lineups ahead of Arena Bowl 32. I'm taking two guys from the Albany Empire, quarterback Tommy Grady and wide receiver Quentin Sims. Can't go wrong with that offense. Who do you got, Wes?
I see you taking the Empire players. Anyway, I've got two receivers. One's Malachi Jones and the other is Darius Reynolds. Now, Malachi, best receiver this year. Darius Reynolds has been the best for quite some time now. So as far as I'm concerned, my team's going to win. And now it's time for prop games. I know what you're thinking. Since it's Arena Bowl 32, we probably have 32 prop games lined up for you. Nice thought, not correct. We only got 3 today, and the first one's all about the coin toss. Who's going to win it, Empire or the Soul? I'm telling you right now, I'm going with Philadelphia.
I'm sticking with the Empire there. Now, second one, will there be over or under 1.5 turnovers? I'm taking the over. It's arena football.
Always take the over when it comes to this stat. Now, in a head-to-head matchup, who's going to have more receiving touchdowns? Malachi Jones or Darius Prince? I'm going with Malachi Jones again.
I'm also going with Malachi Jones, but no, I am not copying
Yes,
Wes.
you are. If you want to get involved with these prop games, go to games.arenafootball.com. Join in, participate, and have some fun yourself.
And guys, get excited. The biggest game of the year is on Sunday on ESPN2, Arena Bowl 32. Make sure to tune in at 8 o'clock.
And make sure you hit us up on social at Official AFL. Would love to see you. Now, you're covering the game.
I am.
I'm jealous. You enjoy the game. You're going to have to talk to me about how you pulled this off.
All
and
right.
See if you got an arm
first, let me see if I still have my
See
arm.
what you got. Let's see what you can work with. I like that. You step through with the follow through. I like that.
I'm trying, Wes. You taught me well.
I like what you did. Where you at? No, look. Where you at, girl? Oh, my bad.